Another blow to the gods, Dweller.
Thanks for the tip-off. Got people clear before trouble hit. Drinks on me.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. Besides, I have news, and every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
The damn Venatori up to no good again?
What else? The cult lost people in Arlethan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Preparing for something big? I don't like the sound of that. We barely got out of Weishaupt alive, and we needed Solas's help in Arlethan.
And that's why we need to know what the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now. We really need to figure out the gods' big plan. Dorian thinks Knight Commander Lenos is part of it. So let's track him down first.
Hey there, Rook. See you again.
Hey! Don't touch the treasure.
I'd only ever read about Minrathous before traveling with you. Very few books mention the sheer inequalities one sees on its streets.
Everything out there's written by Highbloods. They don't see what we see. We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long. Those missing buskers performed here. There's Dorian.
There's Lenos's associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos's plan.
Mostly gone, warm, half-eaten stale bread. The bedroll? It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain? This all sounds like trouble. Dorian will want to know. Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city.
You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Trouble.
Double your efforts!
Take that.
The gods!
Well struck, Rook! Careful! On your right! It's over. There's a fight ahead.
Something tore through these gates. Something big. Watch out. I bet this darkspawn was what tore through the gates.
Time for a fight! Take the shot! Got company.
We have them now!
More blight in the way. That did it. We can get through now.
There's quite a few of them.
Everything is crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I'd mention that.
We need to find the other boil. Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. We should be cleared.
Shadow dragons? How did you fight this place? Venatori, to me! Do you think you can stop the Venatori? All the risen gods?
One less corrupt Templar in Minrathous.
Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around, see what we find. The Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods and the Venatori are preparing for. Manos' documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans, what they want to do to Tevinter. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
So that's the play. A ritual performed under an eclipse to strengthen its power.
All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
The Shadow Dragons will be pleased to learn of what transpired here.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means?
This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You on the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Sounds like someone's got a plan.
Goodness, you make me sound absolutely nefarious. I love it. But yes, if the Venatori can scheme, so could we.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No, we have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, we're talking about your city. Your Tevinter too. Which strategy do you prefer?
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the South. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
You want me to choose who will be Archon? Sure, I'm a Shadow Dragon, but there are so many others here.
Then talk to them. Ask what they think. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right, I'll go do that.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
The city will be better off with him gone.
You heard?
So what do you think?
Would have
I meant... It's...
But damn it. They both play the game well, but the...
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee. Can they not see their...
Demanding intelligence ration.
Look at me.
It's...
What do you think?
Dorian should lead.
Then it is decided. Of course it only makes sense, but... Ha! Look at me! The sudden pressure.
You won't be alone. All of us are behind you. The Shadow Dragons, the city, her people.
It will take all of them to overcome the risen gods.
You'll find a way to bring them together.
I can. Gods...
I'm taking a job at some magistrate.
Give me a hand.
In a moment.
Heard about that damned Knight Commander. Good riddance. Come back anytime.
Have you heard about this Shadow Dragon? It's like they've been turned all over.
Those missing buskers performed here. Let's see what we can find. These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Solus helped get us through, but he was protecting his interests, not us.
You don't think he helped for genuine reasons?
I think he wants his plan to succeed, whatever it is.
Always a plan. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name, Friend.
Some friend.
Do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned on whether or not to destroy the world, if that's what you mean.
I'll never excuse what he's done. He's killed people I held dear, you know this too.
But...
he became those names when he fought gods. And regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
Solus earned his prison. And the gods have earned what's coming to them too.
I'm just saying, focus on tomorrow. They're the ones looking backward.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or...?
You're handling things. This part, what you have now, I just miss the banter about friends.
Stopped the Autumn. Took down their comic maker. They did your job for you. I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
You don't expect much, do you?
Hopefully it is that simple. Our contact knows the city and Antam, but we don't know them.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
So much suffering. The gods are sending a warning to other cities. Okay, Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just...
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered on Tom flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The Jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
Everyone loves Treviso. Doesn't mean you get to conquer it.
That explains why the streets crawl with undeserving cattle. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
You knew I was coming. Cut to the chase and tell me where the gods want their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the Blight? Finish them off. We need to go after the Butcher. So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso? That's what's happening?
He's given in to the gods' corruption.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
So they don't know. Or it's easier to play along.
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
My city, my Treviso. Who doesn't abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me?
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver. And fighting his own Antom.
I very much doubt that whatever he's become can tell us the gods' plans.
We have to hope he's still in there.
We're not alone.
I see you, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city! This is the fight!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
The Butcher kept his promise to us in the end.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
The Butcher did warn us about a traitor. Didn't get a chance to name them, though. Thanks for confirming that for us, Eventually.
Given how much that man talked, I'm shocked he actually kept his mouth shut.
You sold Treviso out to the Antam.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antam. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathous. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
You weakened Treviso long before that blighted dragon attacked, Governor. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antam kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook! You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgarnon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Eventually's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
The lectures, the insults. Eventually made sure all we saw was a hopped-up bureaucrat who was jealous that Treviso loves the crows. If someone told me Eventually was in charge of the Antam, I wouldn't have believed it. And yet...
Yes, but you have forced them into the open.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The Butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Eventually all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Eventually will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
We'll stop Eventually.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Eventually confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Eventually.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time. Getting past the Antom Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
They're taking us seriously, which is flattering. And it can work in our favor.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, Veil Jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
It's worth a shot, but our allies aren't strong enough to fight a prolonged battle. We could be signing their death warrants. But it's the best plan we've got.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antom? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We've still too much unfinished business nipping at our heels. There's time before the next eclipse. It's best we use it.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
Would Morrigan help? Could Morrigan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morrigan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morrigan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know she's busy leading the fight in the south, but she knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We need to move soon, ready or not.
I agree.
Get some rest, and be ready.
The Evanurers do not need. They only demand. Deny them.
Those missing buskers performed here. Let's see what we can find. So, Blackthorn Manor. Let's hope that necromancer working with the Venatori is around.
There's a malaise amongst the spirits here. Some form of confinement. This must be the place.
Right. So why'd we bring that?
Oh, it's essential we have the Hand of Glory.
I'm just grateful you know what to do with it.
It's a fascinating piece. The magic laid upon a Hand of Glory is complex. Whoever killed its donor left their mark.
So it'll lead us to whoever cut it off.
Precisely. Most likely the necromancer who's been helping the Venatori. It would have taken extraordinary skill to layer the involutions on this artifact. What a waste of talent.
Bet whoever owned that hand agrees with you.
We'll put an end to whatever's happening in this manor. That, I promise. Forbidden necromancy can twist spirits. We must find this death mage and stop whatever they've done to them. There are far fewer corpses here than there should be.
Where are they?
I suspect the necromancer in this place has already helped themselves to these crypts.
If there's a rogue necromancer here, they forgot to lock the door.
The Hand of Glory's magic points inward, to the northeast.
Let's go look.
Nice place for nefarious plans.
I've seen similar spellwork in Devinter.
Our rogue necromancer has hidden something terrible behind this door.
Can you open it?
The door's seals are drawing on magic elsewhere in the manor, fueled by suffering.
Let's put an end to that and get this door open.
The Hand of Glory points to the northeast and southwest. Have you noticed anything strange about the Fade itself here?
It's agitated. I felt this in Devinter around big works of magic.
The spirits press closer than they should. No! What have they done?
This looks bad.
Sacrifices, both spirit and human.
And demons! Now what?
I must free the spirit bound here. Someone's been harvesting their terror. Their souls! How dare they? What are they? Come, I can sense another spirit trapped here in the mansion. Look at the door. Freeing one spirit has already weakened its seals.
Halfway there.
open. Nice place. What made the family abandon it?
No one knows why the Blackthorns abandoned their manor. Rumor hinted at a family tragedy. A perfect spot for our wayward necromancer to work unnoticed.
We're not alone. Nice move, Emmerich.
Feels like there's eyes on us.
This section of the house seems displeased to host new guests. Perhaps we've discovered a hint of what drove away the Blackthorns. Another victim.
That's not all.
Forth now!
Can you free this one, Emmerich?
I must. Someone's been stealing the life, the essence of people who knew they were facing death. The effects persist, but the door we saw earlier should be unsealed.
Hope that necromancer we're after is behind it.
All the seals have been extinguished. Excellent. Let's open that door. Someone's torn a path into the Fade. It's imperative we find and stop this necromancer from keeping the Fade open.
This job gets better and better.
The door's locked.
It's the work of that rogue necromancer. They're already blocking our path. We must find a wisp to open it.
That wisp looks upset.
This necromancer we're after corrupted it. Fortunately, I can calm the poor things when they're in this state. Onwards. The hand of glory still points the way. Into the Fade as soldiers?
And a rage demon!
The way forward won't open until we defeat them.
That's the last of
them. A rage demon and undead. The mage we're hunting throws quite a party.
Our rogue necromancer knows exactly where we are. Why have they gone to such lengths to drain power from spirits? Down there. More victims.
I don't see that rogue necromancer yet.
I suspect they're nearby. Let's inspect their handiwork.
Late as always, Professor.
It can't be.
But what else would one expect from Navarra's most eminent meddler?
Johanna Hesenkos.
You've met?
Oh, the Professor and I have known each other for ages. But only one of us realized the Watchers are no place for a mage with ambition.
So she's an evil Watcher. That's great.
Only if she's beyond hope.
Spare me your sanctimonious bleating.
No. The stone knife in that lantern could permanently tear open the Fade here.
Correct. Only the foolhardy would shed blood near it in this state. So, let the Watchers mourn your pathetic death in the Fade, Emmerich Volkaren. Those that are left after my return.
No. What is she planning?
Emmerich, we okay to fight?
Johanna took the lantern away.
We're under fire.
What did Hezenkos do to that spirit?
I'll try freeing it, but I fear the worst. The spirit, its essence, is gone. Johanna's trapped it in her lantern.
Let's find her. There's no way out.
Figures. So what now?
The Fade always provides a way forward. We only need to search for it.
Then let's get looking. Candle. This wasn't here before.
Now, let me think. We're in a receptive eddy of the Fade, and since Johanna's spirit summoning has already focused its mana, do you recall the ritual we performed in the Grand Necropolis? Concentrate on that memory.
You mean when we were lighting candles?
Find some more, and we can use them to leave this place.
Here's that last candle.
Excellent. Place them on the pedestals, if you would. We drift upon the echoes of... Let them form a new configuration. And with that...
All right. Let's leave this place behind.
We must find Johanna once we're out of here. This rift in the Fade will lie open until we deal with her.
You insufferable nuisances! How did you get out so quickly?
Where's Hezenkos' voice coming from?
The Hand of Glory resonates. It's pointing to the main hall.
Let's go.
I can feel Johanna summoning hostile spirits. That portal into the Fade won't close until we defeat them.
But we still can't attack Hezenkos herself while she's
So you crawled your way out of the Fade.
It's not difficult for those who treat spirits better than tools to an end, Johanna.
Sentimental drivel. You may have stopped my work here, but Navarra City will know its new ruler.
What, you going to lecture us to death now?
I'll not explain myself to one of Volkaran's hangers-on. Though the professor clearly avoided mentioning his old colleague in exile.
We made every attempt to bring you to reason.
I gave you every chance to join me instead of whining endlessly about your mortality. But I must thank you for returning something dear to me. Lovely to have my hand back. exchanged it with the Venatori for some favors after entering this condition.
Johanna, what have you done?
What you never had the courage to.
First off, I am not a hanger-on.
Again.
Want to tell me why she has no eyes?
Afterwards, Rook.
It's over. Emmerich, still sense anything wrong?
We were successful. Johanna's magic no longer changed the spirits, and the Fade is still.
Great. Okay. But let's talk back at the lighthouse.
At least we freed those spirits from their suffering. Shall we depart?
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Gladly. Oh, the Song of the Chambers won't have anything on what Johanna's... Perhaps the Waking Scrolls? No. Manfred, have you seen the Felmarch manuscripts?
You and Manfred need an extra pair of eyes for whatever this is?
I suppose it's time I explained this mess. Johanna Hesenkos was a watcher. She was banished for embracing the darker paths of our art. Forbidden magic, blood sacrifice, nothing is beyond her if it leads to power, recognition, or both.
It sounded like you knew her before all that.
We were friends, once.
I guess it was a shock to see her back there, then.
An unexpected reunion. It wasn't always like this. She truly was brilliant, and we got on so well as students. We partnered on papers, rituals, research. Yet even then, Johanna considered the Watcher's oaths quaint. This isn't the first time we've crossed paths since she was exiled, but now I fear she's turned herself partly undead.
I'm having trouble picturing how someone becomes partly undead.
A skilled Watcher can make subtle alterations. Hers are more extensive. You saw Johanna's Lantern of Unwilling Souls. A necromancer could create monstrous undead with that much stolen life.
Hesenkos was yelling a lot about conquering Navarra City.
We must stop her, Rook. Thank you, Manfred. Quite right. The Order's knowledge will see us through.
Hesenkos had been stopped. For now. But she had big plans for Navarra. City conquering, new ruler plans. And while she had some regrets about long-lost friendships, she knew her greatest invention was going to bring down the house.